Singing in the Rain gets officially announced for 4K. Sin City and Sin City 2 is rumored to come to 4K sometime in 2022. And is it possible that we might be getting some more David Lynch in the Criterion Collection sometime this year? All this and more in the latest physical media report. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken, here today to deliver to you the Physical Media Report, episode 98. That is right, guys, your weekly dose of physical media goodness where I cover everything new and exciting in the world of physical media, new Blu-rays, new 4Ks. We're going to cover it all here today. We got rumors, we got announcements, we've got what's new this week, we've got deals, we just got so much to get into, guys, with today's episode. But before I do that, I want to ask that if you are not yet a subscriber to the Mid-Level Media channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button for more great content. I do all kinds of stuff on this channel, mostly centered around the world of physical media. I do reviews, Blu-ray hunting videos, these physical media reports and updates every single Monday. I do collection streams with other collectors. I do collection hauls. I do unboxings. Just tons of physical media content. If you like that kind of stuff, definitely hit the subscribe button. Also, be sure to like this video, guys, and comment down below of everything that we discussed here today. What are you the most excited about? What are you the most amped up for? What gets your juices flowing the most? Let me know in that comment section below. And also be sure to turn on those bell notifications for all future videos. So let's get right into it, guys. The rumors. We got to talk about some. We got some cool stuff to talk about here today. And like always, guys, these rumors come from the Disc Father on Instagram. So I will leave his link down below if you want to follow him. But guys, Sin City, both Sin Cities are rumored for 4K. So the first Sin City and Sin City A Dame to Kill For, the sequel, are rumored for 4K. No official release date. We don't know if they're expected to come this year or next year, and no studio attached at this time. So I don't know if it's going to be a boutique label, if it's going to be a studio label. No idea who exactly is putting this out, but guys, I am super excited for this announcement. Sin City is just one of my favorite I would say graphic novel, comic book style films that I've ever seen. I just remember seeing that movie in theaters and being absolutely blown away. Just thinking about that black and white aesthetic with the colors and the coloring infused without it just sounds like it would look so spectacular in the 4K format. I'm just picturing it now. And it would just look fantastic. So I would be so down to get that one in 4K. Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, I haven't actually seen that one. I remember hearing some bad things about it when it came out. I feel like there's an audience for that one that's come out and said it's not as bad as everybody made it out to be, but I still haven't got a chance to check that one out. But Sin City, I remember buying that on DVD. I got some kind of special DVD edition, and I just remember watching that one all the time. I actually haven't seen it in probably about 10 or 15 years. I don't even know if I've seen a Blu-ray copy of it, but I remember watching this movie all the time. Love this film. Elijah Wood was so incredibly creepy in that movie. And yeah, this would look fantastic. This is definitely a great choice to come out in the 4K format. So yeah, no official release date. Like I said, this is a rumor, and how rumors work here, guys, they could happen, they can not happen. They're just fun to talk about. They're fun to speculate over. I feel like with a title like this, it's absolutely going to happen. I just don't see a scenario where it doesn't. This is a pretty big title, and I imagine a lot of people would get excited about it, and they would sell tons of copies. So this is one that I absolutely think is going to happen. But yeah, Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, I'll absolutely pick both up. I'll see the sequel for the first time, and hopefully I enjoy it. I'm sure I won't enjoy it as much as the first. Are you excited about the double announcements for the Sin City films? Let me know in that comment section below. Let's get into the next rumor, guys. And this is a new film. Death on the Nile is rumored to come to 4K from Disney on April the 5th of 2022. Like I said, a new film, so we know that this is definitely going to happen. But with Death on the Nile, I guess it could have went, but I guess it could have had just a Blu-ray, but I feel like it's a big enough film, kind of like The Kingsman, that it would get a 4K release. So yeah, but that is coming to 4K on April the 5th of 2022 is the rumored release date. Again, it could change. So getting into the next one, guys, this one's kind of interesting, and one that I actually predicted a little bit in a video that I've done in the past before, but The Green Knight, which already has a 4K release, is expected to get a special edition 4K release sometime in 2022, and the studio is unknown at this time. So is this going to be a new Criterion 4K, which I actually predicted and said that I think that we need in a former video. The Green Knight, I think, would have an awesome Criterion. I don't know about this cover art that's being used right now. That's not the best. I could think of definitely much better, but I think this would absolutely make a fantastic like digipack Criterion edition with like big booklets inside and stuff like that. And I think they could add a lot of cool special features to it as well. But it could also be a special edition from A24, like Lamb, like Midsummer, like The Last Black Man in San Francisco. They've been doing a lot of those recently, so it could also be that as well. But I'm kind of pulling for Criterion because I can just picture that artwork on a Criterion edition, and I'm sure it will look fantastic. But yeah, Green Knight, we already have a 4K. Lionsgate did a 4K, but we're supposed to be getting a special edition 4K for it sometime this year. So definitely get excited for that if you're a Green Knight fan. We also have a couple David Lynch films that are being rumored for the Criterion Collection. Now, Criterion has put out a lot of David Lynch films. I think like at least 50% of his filmography. So this makes sense that these would come to the Criterion Collection. Lost Highway is expected to get a 4K from Criterion sometime this year. Now, this already has a Kino Lorber release, so this will be a situation where Criterion has taken a Kino Lorber title and putting it out in 4K like Kino Lorber has been doing to the Criterion title. So that's actually kind of interesting. So it kind of makes sense because Criterion does have a certain affinity for David Lynch and his films, putting out quite a few of them in Blu-ray and 4K in the case of Mulholland Drive. But Lost Highway, I've seen this film. I do have the Kino Lorber edition. I don't know how I feel about it. I saw it once. I wasn't really the biggest fan. It felt like one of those movies that was just weird to be weird. And I just couldn't really get into the story or really get engaged with any of the characters. And I kind of need that in my movies. But also, I can see why people love it. It's definitely a visually stunning film. It definitely has a lot of twisted, dreamlike imagery that I can see people really digging. That's really a lot of David Lynch films, to be honest. But yeah, Lost Highway in 4K. I don't know. I might get it if it comes out and just give it a rewatch because I can see it looking really good in the 4K format. But we also have Inland Empire that may be coming to 4K, but right now is speculated for a Blu-ray release from Criterion sometime in 2022. This movie I'm not as familiar with, and I think this might be David Lynch's last directed film. But it also has, I think, Laura Dern, who's been in a few of his other films as well. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know too much about this one, but I'd be willing to check it out if it comes out from the Criterion Collection. But definitely two exciting rumors and new David Lynch films to come out from the Criterion Collection. The next thing that we're going to talk about, guys, is a UK exclusive, and that is the Scorpion King 4K Steelbook. Now, this is expected to come out from Universal on April the 11th. And like I said, this is a UK Zavi exclusive steelbook. So if you are living in the US, you will have to pre-order from across the pond. But again, it looks like a stunning steelbook, guys, but I'm not the biggest fan of the Scorpion King. I remember seeing that movie in theaters, and it was like The Rock's first starring role. And I was just like, I don't know about this one. I was a huge pro wrestling fan at the time. I just wanted him to go back to wrestling. And he was trying to do all these movies that just weren't all that good. But I'd be willing to watch it again, maybe in 4K. And that is a stunning steelbook, so I can absolutely understand if people want to pick this up. Me personally, I would rather get like The Mummy and The Mummy Returns with nice exclusive 4K steelbooks. But I don't know if we're going to get that. But we got the Scorpion King, so cool. Maybe they'll do the Scorpion. Isn't there like 5 of those movies at this point? Who knows? But next thing that we're going to talk about, guys, is another new release film that hasn't actually come out in theaters yet, and that is Morbius. So this is expected to get a 4K release from Sony on May the 31st. So this movie drops in theaters on April the 1st. So that'll be within the 60-day window. And I don't know what it is with Sony, but they really do like closing that window in for releasing their physical media stuff from when it releases in theaters. They really like getting that window as tight as they possibly can. I've noticed that with Venom. I think it came out in October and it was out in 4K in December. So depending on how this movie does, I feel like it could be pushed another couple weeks if it does really good at the box office. But yeah, Morbius on 4K. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't know if I can get excited for this to come out in 4K. But again, another no-brainer. We knew that this one was probably going to come out in 4K. It's a Marvel movie. It's a comic book movie. Of course, it's coming out in 4K Blu-ray. As many formats as possible that they can put this one out in, they're going to do it. So let's get into the final rumor, guys, and that is The Third Man coming to 4K. Now, this is a classic noir starring Orson Welles from, I think, 1949, it was either late 40s or late 30s. I can't remember off the top of my head, but this is expected to come out from Studio Canal some point in 2022. Again, this is another classic film that I have not seen, but I would definitely be down to watch it in 4K. I'm sure this is in black and white, and I'm sure it would look fantastic. I've really been getting into watching the black and white films in 4K because they've just been looking stunning. Like Some Like It Hot looked incredible. So I'm totally down for getting this when it comes out. Another big classic film that I haven't seen, so I'm definitely excited to check it out when it comes out on 4K at some point hopefully this year. So let's get into the official news and announcements, guys. And this is stuff that has been officially announced on Bluray.com. So it is coming out. It does have release dates. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff to get into here. The first thing, guys, this broke last week, and we've talked about this before in the rumor category, but Singing in the Rain is coming to 4K from Warner Brothers on April the 26th, and it is also getting, in addition to a slipcover, which is a beautiful slipcover. There's some people that didn't like it. I can understand it looks a little bit too cartoonish, but I don't know. I really like the blue. I like the yellow of the jacket. I like the image of it on there. So yeah, Singing in the Rain coming to 4K, gonna get a slipcover, and it's also gonna get a Best Buy exclusive steelbook. Now, this is a case where I actually like the steelbook a little bit more than the slipcover, and I might try to go out of my way to get this Best Buy exclusive steelbook for this, because I think it's a stunning looking steelbook from Best Buy. It looks absolutely awesome. I'm sure I'm going to need to pre-order it, because this is one that we're probably not going to find in stores day of. But it looks great, and I absolutely want to get on there and possibly pre-order this steelbook, because it looks fantastic. Now, there also is a Zavvi exclusive steelbook that we discussed in the past, and also like a limited media edition from Zavvi. So if you want those, get on the Zavvi website and look it up. But this is going to be the domestic releases for Singing in the Rain, the slipcover and the steelbook that's going to be out April the 26th. So I'm definitely super excited for this release, guys, because again, another big classic film, big classic musical film that I have not seen at all. So I'm excited to watch this one, review it for you guys, and give you all my thoughts, first time watching thoughts on this one. So super excited for Singing in the Rain. Definitely one of my most anticipated for the month of April. So getting into the next thing, guys, we got to talk about Friday the 13th, Part 3, getting a steelbook. We talked about this before. I think it was in the rumors, but this is getting a steelbook officially from Paramount on May the 10th. I love these Friday the 13th steelbooks so much. I love them the most because of the quotes that they have on the back. So this one has another quote that kind of feels like a Scream quote, but it says "Be right back" on the back. But anyway, I love the quotes that they put on the back from these movies. Friday the 13th Part 3 is interesting because that was like the only one in the box set that I have not watched yet. And I don't know why. I've just been holding off on that one. So when I get this steelbook, I might actually give it a watch for the first time. But yeah, the Friday the 13th Part 3, I don't care how many copies of Friday the 13th I already own. I'm going to keep collecting these steelbooks. I can't wait for them all to come out. Hopefully they tighten them up a little bit and they don't all get released by 2029, but that seems to be what they're releasing them at now. They're timing them for their 40th anniversary. So hopefully we don't have to wait until 2029 to get Jason Takes Manhattan and the steelbook. Hopefully they tighten it up a little bit over the next couple of years, put those out. But yeah, guys, absolutely going to get this. I love these steelbooks. They're very simple. They use the classic artwork on the front, but I love the quotes on the back. I just think it's super cool. So absolutely down to get this Friday the 13th Part 3 steelbook when it comes out on May the 10th. Let me know in the comment section below. Are you the type that double dips for the movies that you love, for stuff like this? Let me know in that comment section below. Also, guys, I got a little bit of cleanup from a video I did over the weekend. So I wanted to let you all know about these Batman, from what I thought were steelbooks, but these Batman collector's editions, like right away. So I filmed this video the first thing as soon as I heard about these and put it up the next day. Because I wanted everybody to, get the opportunity to pre-order these things. Sometimes with these special editions, it's time sensitive. You need to get on there right away and order them. So I wanted to get this video out to you guys so you guys would know where to pre-order these right away. But these Batman Collector's Edition sets, which included Batman Returns, The Dark Knight, Batman Begins, and The Dark Knight Rises. Those 5 films, they left the Schumacher films back. So basically the Burton and Nolan films. These, I talked about them and said they were steelbooks in the video, but apparently these are not actually steelbooks. These are just regular collector's editions. And all I have to say about that is the most steelbook looking 4K case that I've ever seen in my life. Just looking at these images, tell me that does not look like a steelbook right there. It's insane. So these collector's editions Blu-ray 4K cases are the masters of disguise because they look exactly like a steelbook. You get on Zavvi right now, guys, and you can see it does not say steelbook in the description. So going off of that, you can assume that these are probably not steelbooks, but all the other information that I have, guys, is just coming from the comments and people telling me that they reached out to Warner Brothers, that they reached out to Zavvi, and they are saying that these are not steelbooks. So again, if it comes back in 5 days, these actually are steelbooks, I'll retract it again, and I'll just keep going back and forth as this whole game keeps going. But I did talk about these over the weekend. I got some of the information wrong, so I did want to correct it here today. So these Batman Collector's Editions are just Collector's Edition sets, and they're also not Zavvi exclusives. I said that as well. They are sold on HMV and Amazon UK. So I'm sorry about that, guys, but again, sometimes with this this whole game and trying to let you guys know stuff as soon as it drops. I get some of the information wrong, but I did want to correct it here. So apologies again. So getting into the next thing, guys, we got to talk about The Curse, which is a new film that came out in theaters, I think, a couple of weeks ago. That is going to be releasing from Decal Releasing on May the 10th. So I'm very excited to check this one out because I heard wasn't sure what this was about, but apparently it's some kind of werewolf film. So I'm definitely excited to check this out. I've heard really good things, but I think it kind of came out in theaters and bombed. So I'm excited to check this one out, and I'll definitely be buying the physical media release when it comes out on May the 10th. We've also got Uncle Sam coming to 4K, guys, from Bluray Underground on June the 21st. This is a horror film, I think an under the ground cult horror film that I'm not as familiar with, but I'd be excited to pick this one up and give it a watch for the first time. I know this is a re-release, and Bluray Underground does have a Blu-ray release of Uncle Sam, but again, I haven't seen the movie, so I'm sure it'll look good on 4K. Let me know in the comment section below if you are a fan of Uncle Sam. So let's get into some of the new Paramount Blu-ray releases that were announced this past week, and that is He Said, She Said, which is a movie starring Kevin Bacon. This is supposed to come out on April the 26th. We also got Thief of Hearts coming out on April the 26th, King David coming out on April the 26th, and Beautician and the Beast, which is a film starring Fran Drescher, coming out on April the 26th as well. So again, these are new Paramount Blu-ray releases. I imagine all of these are first time on Blu-ray. So if you're fans of these movies, I imagine you're going to be pretty excited for Beautician and the Beast. Yeah, I feel like I might have saw that, but again, I don't know if I did. We also got some new Vinegar Syndrome March titles coming out, guys. They always announce their titles right at the beginning of March, and I think they announced them last Tuesday or Wednesday, but we got 4 new titles coming from Vinegar Syndrome this month. We got Reformed Schoolgirls coming out on March the 29th, Talons of the Eagle coming out on March the 29th, Schizoid coming out on 4K on March the 29th. And we got a title that I was recommended repeatedly on a live stream I did last week, Hard Rock Zombies, coming out on March the 29th. So because I was recommended this title repeatedly, I'm going to go ahead and pre-order this one and check it out and maybe do a review for you guys. Who knows? I'm still waiting on my Drop Dead Fred release from Vinegar Syndrome. They're not in my good graces right now. As soon as I get that thing, I'm going to freaking talk about it with you guys. But yeah, Hard Rock Zombie, guys, looks like an interesting title. I heard good things about it. So let me know if you're excited for Vinegar Syndrome's new announcements in the comment section below. So let's get into the next thing, guys. We got Violent City coming out, which is a Charles Bronson film, getting a 2K restoration from Kino Lorber on May the 17th. And that is all of the new announcements, guys. Like I said, lots of great stuff to look forward to in the upcoming months. So yeah, I'm super excited, and I hope you guys are too. So let's get into the deals, guys. We got some pretty good deals this week to discuss. I know over the weekend, guys, I didn't get a chance to get this information out to you guys. I wish I would have done it on Instagram, but I didn't get a chance to because it feels like it kind of came and went, and I was working, so I was kind of busy. But the Batman 4K set, which includes the 2 Tim Burton films and the 2 Schumacher films, that was on sale, the 4K set, for I think $40 over the weekend, or maybe it was $50, but now it's $60.79, which is still a good price. You get all those movies for $15 a piece, but it's not as good as it was, I believe, Friday or Saturday on Amazon. And also the Dark Knight Trilogy on 4K was on sale for $40 over the weekend. So you got to look out for those deals on Bluray.com, on Amazon, because sometimes they just come and go right away. And I apologize again for not being there for you guys, but I was busy and they kind of just came and went. But the Euro Crypto Christopher Lee is on sale right now, guys, for $72.20. I know that was about $120 when it first came out, so that's about a $50 price drop for that set. And that set looks freaking immaculate. If you're a fan of those Christopher Lee Hammer horror films, you definitely want to pick this one up. We also got King Richard on Blu-ray for $17.99, so that dropped down from $21.99 to $17.99. We got the Resident Evil Steelbook, which was over $40, is now $37.49. We got the Evil Dead Groovy Collection is still on sale for $53.30, so if you missed out on that, definitely want to jump on that now. We also got FX and FX2, which is a Kino Lorber title, for $17.49. Maniac Cop from Blue Underground for $30.50. And we also got Columbia Classics Volume 2 set, guys, still on sale for $84.48. Definitely jump on this thing. It feels like they got more in print this time. That's why it stayed kind of low. So you might not have to worry about this one going out of print anytime soon, but that's a great price for that set. It's so many great titles in it, so I absolutely recommend that set. And we got Saw on 4K, guys, for $11.50, so good price for Saw on 4K. And lastly, guys, we got to get into what is new this week. There's tons of exciting stuff coming out this week, as opposed to last week when we only had 7 new titles coming out. We got a lot of stuff. This week is definitely making up for it. We definitely got weeks that are coming that are much better than this one, but it's an exciting week, especially if you're a Matrix fan, in particular a fan of the Matrix Resurrection film, which dropped late last year, I think around Christmas time. But this is coming out on 4K, guys, from Warner Brothers for $29.99. It's also on Blu-ray for $24.96. It's got a Target exclusive Blu-ray for $26.99. Not a Target exclusive 4K, but just a Blu-ray. I do like that cover with the two, with the red pill and the blue pill, but that is $26.99. And it's also got a Best Buy exclusive 4K Steelbook for $34.99. And it's also got a 4K 4-film Deja Vu collection for $74.95. So you get all 4 Matrix films for under $80, which actually is not a bad deal at all when you consider that the new one coming out is $30. So that makes the other ones $45 for all 3 of those, so $15 a piece. So not a bad price for that set, I would say, especially if you don't have any of the Matrix films on 4K. Highly recommend the first one. Haven't checked out the other 2. So I won't be getting this. I'll watch The Matrix Resurrection on HBO Max, and that's really honestly the only time I need to really watch the movie. I didn't hate it. It definitely wasn't the worst of the Matrix franchise, but it's like, why do you all keep making these sequels? They're not good. The first one's great, and the sequels are okay. I've heard good things about Reloaded. I do want to check that one out again, but again, The Matrix is just, all the sequels are just so disappointing in comparison to that first one. So I'm not going to be picking this one up. Maybe Black Friday when it goes down to $10. I'll grab it possibly, but definitely not going to grab it tomorrow. But let me know if you're going to get The Matrix, if you're excited for it, in the comment section below. So let's get into the next set that I've kind of been having some FOMO over, and that's the Phenomenon 4K set coming out from Synopse for $42.99. So I've been on the fence about ordering this thing. It's such a beautiful cover from Synopse, but I just ordered the Blu-ray from them like a couple of months ago, and I think it was like almost $30 I spent on that Blu-ray. I'm not even the biggest fan of this Argento film. It's probably in the lower tier of the Argento films that I've seen. I wouldn't be opposed to rewatching this one, but again, that set is so gorgeous that I almost just order it just based on the cover art alone. And yeah, I just keep going back and forth on whether or not I want to go ahead and pull the trigger on this one. It is limited to like 5, I think maybe it might be 6,000 copies is what it's limited to. So definitely jump on this one if you're on the fence, because it is a limited edition that will not be available forever, at least with that special edition packaging. They'll probably re-release it with just the 4K case at some point. But again, I don't know. It's such a beautiful cover. I might just go ahead and jump on it. I don't know yet. But Touch of Evil, guys, on 4K coming out from Kino Lorber for $42.99 as well. Now, this one's interesting because on Bluray.com, it is saying that this is coming out on the 15th. So next week is the release date on Bluray.com. But if you go on Amazon, if you go on Best Buy, it actually comes out on March the 8th. And shout out to Tim Talks Talkies, who posted the image of himself holding this. And he told me that, yeah, Bluray.com had it wrong. So yeah, if you were expecting to get Touch of Evil next week and you pre-ordered it, you're going to get it tomorrow. It looks like a stunning set, and I've heard great things about the movie, so I definitely want it at some point. We got Brooklyn Nine-Nine, all 8 seasons on Blu-ray from Universal for $78.98. We also got Thriller, A Cruel Picture Blu-ray from Synopse for $19.99. We got Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius coming out from Paramount for $12.99. We got Rugrats 3-movie collection coming out from Paramount, guys, for $29.99. I don't know if those 3 movies are worth that much. I would think maybe $20, but $30 for some Rugrats movies on Blu-ray? I don't know, guys. Are you going to be paying for that? Let me know in the comment section below. Coming to America, which was an Amazon Prime exclusive movie and sequel to the classic 1987 Eddie Murphy comedy, is coming to Blu-ray tomorrow, guys, from Paramount for $14.99. I actually didn't hate this movie. I heard a lot of people say some bad things, some negative things about this one. I thought it was a good sequel. It's definitely not as good as the original, but I thought it was a good sequel to Coming to America. I don't know exactly where you go with that storyline, but I thought they did an okay job with modernizing it and bringing it to today's audience. I thought it was okay. I guess what I'm trying to say. But Coming to America, guys, comes out tomorrow for $14.99. We also got Death Games coming out from Grindhouse, releasing for $35. We got Supergirl Season 6 coming out on Blu-ray, guys, from Warner Brothers for $24.99, and getting a complete series edition with all 6 seasons for $129.99 as well. We also got Yellowstone Season 4 coming to Blu-ray from Paramount for $24.99. We've got Adventure Time Distant Lands Blu-ray coming out from Warner Brothers for $14.99. We've got Monster from Green Hell coming out from the Film Detective for $17.99. Definitely an interesting looking title right here. I need to get into collecting some of the film detective stuff for sure. We also got Downtown Abbey, which I feel like has gotten like 85 4K and Blu-ray releases since it came out in 2019, but I don't know. Is this the first time this has been released on 4K? I feel like it's been released before, but that's coming out tomorrow, guys, for $19.99 from Universal, and a 4K Steelbook, which does look absolutely gorgeous for $23.79. And that is not a Best Buy exclusive Steelbook. You can get that on Amazon right now. We also got Silent Night coming out on Blu-ray from RLJE for $14.99. I should be getting that one in the mail pretty soon. I'm definitely excited to check that one out. I've heard good things about the movie. We got The Walking Dead World Beyond Season 2 coming out for $27.99. We got The Nowhere End coming out from RLJE for $14.99. We got Hester Street coming out on Blu-ray with a 4K restoration from the Cohen Media Group for $19.89. We got Adoption coming out from Criterion for $27.99. We got Angus coming out from Magnet for $17.99. A Journal from Jordan, which is a romance movie starring Michael B. Jordan, is coming out from Sony for $19.96. We got The Legend of La Llorona coming out from Wellgo USA for $17.99. We got A Writer's Odyssey coming out from Shout Factor for $17.99. We got Red Ghost Nazi Hunter coming out from Cape Light Pictures for $22.99. We got a new J.K. Simmons football movie called National Champions coming out from Universal for $22.99. And we got Redeeming Love coming out from Universal for $22.99. And lastly, guys, this is one of the most important titles coming out this week. A new Bruce Willis film, straight to Blu-ray and DVD, American Siege, coming out from Vertical Entertainment for $13.29. I'm definitely going to be buying this one and talking about it for the entire month of March and doing a review. I'm not going to do any of that, guys. I'm done with the Bruce Willis stuff for now. Maybe later on. But American Siege, guys, are you excited for the new Bruce Willis film? Let me know in the comment section below. And with that, guys, we are done with the Physical Media Report, episode 98, guys. I'm glad I got through it. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please, guys, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, definitely subscribe to this channel. I do all kinds of Blu-ray 4K content that I think you really enjoy, so definitely hit the subscribe button. Also, be sure to like this video, guys, and comment down below on everything that you want to comment about. Comment as many times as you want. I don't care. Let me know what you think about all these announcements and rumors and what's coming out this week in the comment section below. Also, be sure to like this video, turn on those bell notifications, follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are in the description, and we'll see you next time.